Welcome and good evening, everyone. My name is Tjitske. Welcome again to Cyberside Chats. We call it Cyberside Chats now because, it's a little bit funkier than, Malwarebytes Facebook Live. We have a great guest on today. I'm very happy that she's here. I probably will mispronounce her name again, her last name again, but I will try. Arpy Mikaelyan.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm Arpy Mikaelyan. Almost correct.
Mikaelyan. Okay. I've been practicing. No, I've not been practicing all day, but
You're
I've been
good.
practicing for at least 5 minutes. Um, she is a senior product manager for mobile. Welcome, Arpy. I'm very happy that you're on. I wanted to have Arpy on probably since she started at Malwarebytes a long time ago. And then this lovely lady went on maternity leave. So we'll talk a little bit about that later, about being a woman in tech and being a mother in tech. But welcome, Arpy. And who is Arpy? Who are you? Where are you from? And how did you get here?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here. So yes, I'm Arpy. I'm a product manager at Malwarebytes. I focus on mobile experience. And I'm a PM with many years of experience and a solid number of products that I built. So I'm originally from Armenia, but around 5 years ago, I relocated to Estonia for work and ended up making it my new home. And some of you maybe already know that Malwarebytes has offices in a couple of different countries. So in Estonia is one of those. So that's how I found out about Malwarebytes and joined Malwarebytes. I'm very, very happy for that. Outside of work, I'm a brand new mom, as Tjitske already said, and I love spending time with family, and I also play tennis. And no, I didn't switch to paddle, and I'm not going to. I'm a tennis.
Oh, controversial. Why not? Like, I've never done paddle. I've only done tennis anyway, but
Yeah, tennis is a bit more complicated. Paddle is easier, but then once you play tennis well, it's a bit more interesting. It's a bit more drive.
yeah, sounds good. And you were saying you moved to Estonia from Armenia. And what's the biggest difference, you think? A bit about it.
Estonia is a very calm country, very small number of population, and the weather. So number of people, the type of the people, they're very calm, and every like on the street, it's always calm. It's always very like chilly, and the weather, because Estonia is pretty cold country, and compared to Armenia, Armenia is very like during summer, it's very hot.
Oh,
And yeah, but when I just came here, everyone was telling me, "Hey, when the sun goes, don't stress. Everything is fine." That was like, what they mean? They were saying sun will go and will not appear in a couple of months. I was like, I couldn't understand that. I was thinking, okay, it's gonna be cold, so what? But the cold is not the thing. The thing is that you don't see the sun, like really
yeah.
don't see the sun for a couple of months, and that's challenging.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. But you've adjusted well, like it coming from a country like Armenia being really hot and then to Estonia. And you're not just working in the Estonian office, you're working in the best office of Malwarebytes. In my opinion, the
Yeah.
Estonian office is the best office. I've had a few of you on Facebook Live, and every single one of you is just so funny, but really, really knows their stuff. And so I'm very happy to have you on right now. And you were saying you have a long history in being a PM, and as we said on our event page as well, you went from fintech to cybersecurity.
That is correct. Yes. So it was a couple of years ago. So I'm now with Malwarebytes for around 2 years.
Hi.
And I made this jump from fintech.
Mhm.
And at first, like I was not very comfortable. I was thinking, okay, this is completely new word for me. How am I going to fit? But then I understood something very important, that these fields have a lot in common,
Mm.
and that is the both deal with people safety,
Yeah.
with trust, and the peace of mind.
Hmm.
And once I understood that, it helped not to have a smooth transition, but also kind of it made everything a lot more exciting for me.
Hmm. Nice. Well, welcome to cybersecurity. I've been here for about 8 years now. Um, Let's see. And like, what do you do? So we hear these things, we hear like things like product manager, and like these types of things are like for a lot of people like kind of like a magical realm. Like we hear this, and but what is it? And what is it in basically what is it in cybersecurity? Because that's our field. So what does it look like for you?
Um, it's a very wide field. There is a lot to explore. What drives me every day is making cybersecurity like what drives me is making like cybersecurity more human,
Yeah,
and I want to uh, I want people to feel protected without having to think too hard about it. So I believe that real power of security is when it's effortless, so you can like go enjoy your life and
yeah,
we cover your back.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's, and I think for me, that is the most important part as well, and to make it accessible for everyone. Like, because it's such a complicated business. It's such a complicated thing, and that a lot of people just go like, "Oh, I don't want to know too much about it, but I do want to be protected." And I think that is what we're trying to do in Malwarebytes.
exactly. Yes.
And what does a typical workday look like for you? What is your You come in the cold with your 7 jackets on.
Yeah. So basically, when my work day starts, actually before that, I have already lived kind of a whole life because in the morning I spend some time with my kid. We go some places, we play, we go to beach, we do this, that, a bit of crying, a bit of negotiation.
Both of
Uh,
you, right?
but, ah,
Both of you are crying, right?
yes, both of us. But then I leave all of that and I come to work, and here I'm a completely different person, let's say. Uh, At work, I spend about half an hour every day on catching up what's going on, what have I missed during the time that I was not here. So I check Slack, I do this, that. Then I move to like numbers. I try to understand how are we doing, what's our latest metrics. Are there any like unexpected drops or any spikes that I should know about? Uh, After that, a more creative part of the work begins. I start working with designer, with engineer on creating something cool and new for our users.
Mm-hmm.
And I also engage with our stakeholders to ensure that whatever we are building is whatever we want is, and it's fitting our strategy and vision.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like my day at work, let's say.
Nice. I do like that, and it's such. I do like what when you say you really make that switch,
Yeah.
like from
Yes,
that part at home. I do find, and I love it that you're in the office because you can properly make that switch, right? Like
absolutely. That's
really
one
go
of the
from
reasons I come
home
to this.
to the office. Um, did you find it difficult coming back from maternity leave?
Ah,
Or very excited?
so I had a lot of thoughts. Should I return or not now? Is it like the best time to return to work? Is it good to leave my kid right now? But and I even when I made the decision to return, I still had doubts. But
Yeah.
the day I started again in Malwarebytes, I knew like instantly that this is the very, very good decision. Uh, because first of all, you have some other type of activity, and I really missed this communicating with the team. I really missed creating something, talking about some interesting stuff, and even making decisions. So that's one point of the things. The other thing is that although it's a huge amount of work, but because it's different type of work than being home and taking care of the kid, I kind of even rest during the work. So I
Yeah.
work very hard, but still I get a bit more rest than I would if I stayed home. But then the funny thing is that at the end of the day, when my day is over, I'm like I am rushing home like
Yeah.
crazy. I think everyone here in Tallinn say like, "Hey, there is this crazy mom going home, so please be careful." The crazy
They're
drive.
there in the streets.
Yes, away from the street. So yeah, that was an incredible decision. I'm very happy that I'm back.
Mhm.
and I'm very happy to create again something for our users.
And we're very happy that you're back and you come back with new skills. Like, and I think every parent in this company and in other companies knows, like, you come back with a whole different kind of time management, dealing with catastrophes, because that's what you do, like, especially the first year of having a newborn, right? It's like, what do I do? That wasn't the door.
Yes, so actually motherhood really made me kind of stronger person, let's say, because yes, now I deal with the time a bit differently. I try to be more focused. I try to delegate whatever is not necessary needed to be done by me. I try to prioritize things more accurate, and also I think maybe I became even more empathic and understanding people. And yeah, the patience that I've learned with the 1-year-old very good translates into like negotiating and stakeholder management skills too.
Small step. Small step. I really like talking to you about this, and I think we can talk about this, how this influences our days. And but I kind of wanted to talk to you about, like, you know, what are you passionate about in cybersecurity? What makes you go like, okay, this is why I'm here?
So every little success that we see is super exciting for not only me, but the whole team, the whole Malwarebytes. So every time we see a user leaving us a very good review, we are so happy. It's like a celebration every day, every time we read those reviews. So that keeps my passion alive. Along with that, when I see that we achieved our goal to have this invisible protection for the users enabled, and then users live their life, and on their back we protect them. That excites me, and that makes me it makes easier for me to create something new. I'm getting a lot more excitement and passion from that.
And I think this is a great call for people to leave reviews, because
Exactly.
I do the same. Like, when I'm very happy with something, because we know, like, when you're angry and when you're not happy with something, that's when you leave a review, right? That is number one time that you leave a review. But less and less, and I come from the Netherlands, like, I mean, we are we are critics. Like, so I try to convince Dutch people to go, like, also leave a review when you're happy with something, because indeed it does make such a difference when you read that somebody is really enjoying what you've created together with your team, right? It's just, it looks like something small, but it's actually really big.
To all our listeners today or later, whoever will listen, think about like a product that you used recently, and if you were very happy with it, if you're excited, go and leave a feedback. It shouldn't necessarily be us. Just think about all the good services or products that you used. Go leave feedback. That's gonna make someone's day incredible. And about Netherlands and Germany, for example, there is a lot of difference between how and what type of feedback users are leaving depending on the country. So there are some specifics, and we are already used to it. Some countries are more like critical. The other countries, the reviews that we get may be a bit more like happy and positive, and it's very interesting to see all those differences.
I've worked in IT support for a very long time, and we used to get, I used to work for the Dutch market because I'm Dutch, and we used to get like negative marks on, our reviews. And I would say, like, yeah, if I would work for a different market, I would have gotten higher grades. But Dutch people are just like, it's never 4 out of 5. There's always something that you can do well. But what I do really appreciate about, I live in Germany right now, about Germans and Dutch people is that when they leave a review, in a lot of cases, they leave a really extensive review. and they will tell you what they don't like about it. It's not just, I don't like this product, but they will tell you why they don't like this product. And so the negative reviews are also very valuable for us. Don't leave them now, though. But if you don't like something about, again, like Arpy said, our product or somebody else's product, leave a review, but tell them why you don't like it, because people like Arpy will look into that and go like, yes, you're right. We should move that button too.
Yes.
Just leave it out completely.
We read, we improve. That's how we are becoming better. Yes, absolutely.
I love that. Yeah.
Even if you give a positive review, again, write what you liked. Why are you giving us 5 stars? Tell us more.
Yeah, that's another one. That's another good one, because yeah, we do need to know. Like, so be as honest as you can. Constructive criticism. Sorry. So we talked a little bit about your excitement and your passion. What are the challenges that you run into day-to-day work?
So maybe the biggest challenge is to find the perfect balance between what users need, what type of technical constraints do we have, what is our vision of future, what are the business goals, and even among user needs, different users need different things.
Yeah.
So finding out what's the one thing that we should work on next that could hit as many marks as we can. That's challenging, that's difficult, but that's absolutely possible, and that makes our decision making even more interesting.
Yeah, I think so too. And what Jaeger was talking about a few weeks ago as well is that because you're working with loads of different teams, you see the different views on things as well. Like, we as marketing might have a whole different idea of what the future is, and you might have a completely different idea. And then there's our customers who are in that that are also, you know, part of the whole process, going like, maybe we want to do something completely different, and our customers are like, yeah, don't really care about that.
I agree.
But the balance between making something that, you know, what you need, like the technical, putting the technical parts in, and having that balance with it's still being user friendly, customer friendly, is a very difficult one. And I think because there's so many aspects of like a cybersecurity program, like it's not just like turning something on and off. Normally there's so much in the background. So having that balance is like, what is one of the things, like what I wanted to ask you before as well, is like, what is, for instance, your favorite feature that either you worked on or that you see in one of our products?
Okay, I'll tell you that. But before of that, I want to also say that what is very important is that sometimes we may think about features or things that are not needed right now, but we know it's coming later. We need, as a cybersecurity company, we need to be like future thinkers and need to understand the current technologies that we have today. How can they transform our lives later on? And we need to start building stuff to protect users already now from the threats that are not yet even available. So yeah, that's also very important.
That's a whole different, that's another different part where so yeah, you have to be a little bit of a psychic and see like, okay, what could be potentially dangerous in the future. Wow. I didn't even think of that. So
Yeah.
what is your favorite feature? Because you've been working here for 2 years, like what's your favorite feature that you worked on, and what's your favorite feature in
I
general?
think that would be identity protection. I want to highlight that one, although there are many very interesting features. Why? Because identity is kind of almost a second currency. Why? Because it's very valuable, it's very targeted, and once it's compromised, it's very long-lasting effect. So from that sense, protecting our user's identity felt very important thing to us. And I don't know how many of today's listeners have ever checked how much of your personal information is floating around the internet. So if you haven't checked, go check it, because maybe many of your passwords are exposed. Maybe some of your personal data, maybe your home address is exposed. So definitely go and check. If you
Mm.
want to do that, you can even do it in Malwarebytes, in our app or in our web. It's called Digital Footprint Scan. Go and do the scan, find out some interesting things about yourself.
Yeah, and when you do see one of those passwords, because we do have the tendency to reuse passwords. Either we do go dog one, and the next one's dog two, and the next one is dog 123. But when you do see one of those passwords exposed, especially like change anything that looks like that password, because, and we always say two-factor authentication.
Factor authentication. And also don't forget that there are password managers that you
Yeah,
can also use and not even remember a single password, but still be very safe and protected.
because these days I can't remember what the exact number is, but how many passwords do we have to remember? It is like for work alone, like normally you have to
A
remember,
lot.
like wouldn't I be able to?
But you can remember only one password, which will be a password to your password manager, and then everything will be done smoothly after that.
It
Yep.
made my life, I don't want this to be an ad, but it made my life so much easier when I started using a password manager, because yeah, I would
Yeah,
have.
but guys, definitely, I can't stress that enough. Go check your digital footprint,
Yeah.
see what is exposed, and change your passwords that are exposed, at least.
This is a great advice. Do you have any like when somebody asks you? I always ask this question to our guests, because we are the IT support for our family and friends, I guess. What would be the number one advice that you would give your family and friends when they say, "Hey, oh, you work in cybersecurity. What should I do?"
I will, my answer is going to be very simple. I will say, if something looks too good to be true, pause.
Yeah,
Maybe, and don't act at that moment, and reevaluate, because maybe it's a scam. Try to understand whether it's really legitimate or not. Because
yeah,
like super cool offers are not coming every day. So please don't get too excited before you evaluate.
yeah,
And I can even say that even if you're not unsure, for example, you got an email, you're not unsure whether it's a scam or not, uh, you can drop that email to Malwarebytes, a scam guard,
yeah,
and you can see what's our feedback on that email, and we will assess and we will tell you whether it's safe, or maybe we are not sure whether it's safe or not, or we will tell you that it's malicious or not safe or something like that.
yeah.
So yep, you can use a scam guard feature, which we recently created. It's an AI-based powered power feature, and try it out. And yes, don't click on the links until you evaluate and understand that everything is right or not.
Does even big scam hunters fall for scams? So there's also no shame to it. But I always think about when you say like stop. I always think about stop, drop, and roll. When you're on fire. But it's kind of the same, isn't it? It's like an urgency. Right. We're almost coming at the end of the program. I was gonna say. One of the things now we're only on. Well, we're almost September. So we're kind of entering the end days of the 2025. What was your 2025 story of the year? Because there have been many. So what was when you're like, okay, this is what people need to know, and this is something that is actually really.
So yep, I know. I know what I'll talk about. So everyone is talking about wipe coding today. Not many are talking about wipe hacking.
Mm,
It's probably one of the biggest cybersecurity stories of the year for me. So what does that mean? Basically, hackers are now using AI to make their offer, let's say, more attractive and more personalized. And when you read it, you may not even think that it might be AI generated or it's a scam or a scam. So that way they are tricking people into giving up the information that people shouldn't give. And I think we kind of underestimate what LLMs already know about us, because we talk a lot about like what internet knows about us. But let's also think about LLMs, because we are sharing so much info already with them. And yeah, I think that's going to be what we are going to fight maybe a couple of future years. So yep. That's the story. Wipe hacking. Very interesting.
Hacking. I have not even heard of this, but that's a very interesting one because it really ties into what you were talking about earlier about, the urgency. And if the urgency comes with like a more personalized, and you think like, oh yeah, that is definitely me.
Exactly.
That's where people go like, oh yeah, I'll click this. Right. I am going to, let's see, so many things up. I'm going to finish this amazing chat. I really want to thank you for being here and for being here again, because I accidentally invited you yesterday and you were such an amazing person that you were like, Tjitske, it's fine. So thank you for being here again. And to everyone who's listening, watching, thank you very much for being here. And we'll see you in the next Cyberside Chats.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe.